Hello, good morning everyone. Thank you for being here today. My name is Mohammed Ifaz Hussain and I'll be your narrator today for this role play that is coming up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, the HR department tends to have a significant amount of roles and responsibilities of their hands, especially when dealing with employees. That's why today in this role play, we're going to be slightly focusing a bit more on one specific role. We might even touch on some others, the recruitment part of the HR department. And of course, in this, we're going to take the bank, which is known as Bank of Ceylon, and the characters in this role play is going to be me, the narrator, and of course the CEO. Of course, we have my colleague, Ms. Ajita, who's going to be the HR manager and as well as the receptionist. Then of course, you have my other colleague, Mr. Charka, who will be the marketing manager. And of course, Mr. Marlon, who's going to be both a candidate for an upcoming post and as well as a marketing executive. And of course, there's Mr. Abdullah. He'll also be another candidate for the upcoming post. Now, in this situation, the bank is facing a bit of a problem. The CEO has come to know about a certain situation in the marketing department that one of the executives has resigned. And because of that, their resources has been stretched a bit too thin, and he wants a replacement as soon as possible. He's about to confront his marketing manager in this upcoming scene. Hold on, Mr. Charka. Yes, a very good morning to you. Mr. Charka, what do I hear about these rumors that a certain marketing executive has left your department?
Actually, I don't know about, sir.
You don't know?
Yes, sir. You know what's happening last time. Because I went abroad because of the business. So,
Mr. Charka, what did I tell you? For the first time we recruited you, you cannot make excuses here. You cannot be in denial here. Even if you are busy, you have to make contingencies. You have to have some sort of backup plan. Do you remember who you're working for? The Bank of Ceylon. And what do we have to be over here? The best. We told you all that from the beginning. And that's why we appointed you as the marketing manager.
yes, sir. You know, last time maybe it's happened, but most of the time I do my job well. You know about that also.
Mr. Chaka, again, you're only going through excuses and denial. I want you right now, since I am very busy, to go ahead and fix this problem. Consult with any official you want. I'll be seeing you. And send me a report in the next 24 hours, please.
Okay,
Have a good day.
Thank you. Mr. Malan?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Last time what happened in the marketing department?
Which incident?
The marketing executive.
Yeah, he left.
So, why didn't you inform me?
I couldn't inform. I think he didn't have so much experience. Then he left.
But you didn't inform me, you know? It's heard about the CEO also.
No, it's mistakes. I couldn't
But
inform
it's
you.
maybe it's mistake, Malan. You know, the marketing executive is really important for the organization. You can't go like this. After me, you are the
I
person.
can understand, sir. I can understand.
After me, you are the person, Malan, get the responsibility of this department. Right? Now already they left the one person. So who is get the responsibility? Tell me that.
I have to take responsibility. But I couldn't inform you, sir. It's mistake. I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. Okay. But you can't say like that again. Definitely it's maybe it's badly effective.
Actually, he
Okay.
didn't have experience.
Okay. But you have to inform me. Right? After me, you are the responsible person in here. Okay? Okay. That's it.
Thank you.
You can't do like that, Malan.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay.
Hello, Charlie.
Hello,
Happy to
sir.
see you again.
Nice. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine with you.
I'm also fine. Do you know what's the reason in the marketing department?
Yeah.
Sanita?
I heard one person was left, right?
Yes, this is really badly affecting the marketing
Yeah.
department. So, do you know the reason?
That's a marketing fault.
It is not marketing.
Then,
That person can't control the marketing department. That's the reason. He can't manage his stress. That's the reason he left the job. So it is a HR department. right?
No, when we
This
were
is a HR
hiring
department
him-
work. You can't say like that.
Oh no, when we were hiring him, we have checked his qualification. He has done marketing degree and he has 3 years experience in marketing. Then how can you blame our department?
Miss Sarita, you can't say like that. It is not problem about the experience.
Yeah.
He is a person with
And he has a degree in marketing.
degree or whatever he had. But
Yeah.
the thing is, he can't control the organization. It's really important thing for the organization. So what's that?
Yeah, might be your department could not train him well.
It is not true. Actually, who is the person who can't control the organization? That is happening in the reason in the department. So tell me about what to do now.
Okay. I think we have to hire a new employee for that.
And you are in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that means we have to organize a new interview.
We have to arrange an interview and then we'll hire a big person for that position.
Very good.
Um,
Because serious, we need the marketing executive, who the person control the whole organization after me.
okay, give me a couple of days. I'll arrange that.
Okay, okay, Miss Sarita. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you.
It seems like the CEO and maybe even the marketing manager tends to be a bit egoistic, shall we say. Of course, right now they're focusing on the recruitment process, but we're not going to stick around for all those details. Instead, let us jump to the interview process. And luckily for the marketing manager, it seems like there are some candidates. Unfortunately, there tends to be a few of them. With that, let's move on to the next scene.
Good morning.
Good
Back to
morning.
the interview place.
Oh, you're coming from
Yeah,
interview, right?
okay.
Okay, sit here.
Okay, thank you.
Best of luck. Sit here.
Good morning. Can I have a rest later?
Yeah, sit. Have a seat. I will come to
Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Good morning. I'm Ajita. What time the interview will start?
Mr. Char.
Sir?
Shall we wait for our HR manager to come in?
Yeah, sure.
We'll start in a few minutes after our HR manager comes in.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Interview going to start. Get ready.
Thank you.
Well. I hope for the both of you, everything goes out well planned today. Otherwise, Mr. Charka, Ms. Ajita,
Yes.
I'd like to seriously re-evaluate your position within the company. Shall we get our first candidate inside?
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Marlin, please come in.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Very good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have high hopes for you.
Hello, madam. And what about yourself?
I'm Martin Sanaka. So my school is St. Mary's College. I studied at East Metropolitan campus. I have a degree in business administration. So when I was school, I was cricketer. And that's
What's your opportunities about this job?
sorry.
What's your goals?
I want to. Then I was trained. Then I go to a high position in my tuition. That is my goal.
And what about your professional strengths?
Oh, then I'll take my decision on time. That is my main strength.
And what about your weakness?
didn't think about my weaknesses. Then I don't have weaknesses.
Mr. Malan, where is the time?
4 seconds.
Mr. Malan, you can't say like that. Do you know what is the bank? This is Sri Lankan main government bank, BOC. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know, sir. I know.
Okay, tell me why you apply the BOC department. Do you know what now you are applying which position? Tell me about that.
Then, actually, I don't know. Then I send you in my CV, and you called me to interview. And I came. Because I was a trainee. Then I came for permanent job here. That's why. If you have a question, then please give me.
Tell me about your last job.
I was a company of training manager as I worked.
You are the training manager of Manchi organization.
Training.
So it's so different field. You are before in the Manchi organization.
Yeah.
Now you are come to work in the BOC organization. It's a financial. This is a marketing. Right? Do you think you can maintain the job in the BOC bank?
Yeah, I can. I think I will try. I try to
Try.
So financial department.
Try.
Yeah. No, I can.
How you say that?
Ma'am, you have order.
It's okay, so much.
Tell me, do you handle the stress of the banking field?
Yeah, actually I can.
How you say that? Okay, tell me first. What you have knowledge about the bank field?
Actually, I don't
What
have
you know about the banking field? Because as you have to work in the marketing executive. It's a big position. It's whole department controlled by the marketing executive after the manager. So then, tell me about the marketing department in the banking field. What are the responsibilities?
We have to market our marketing department in our accounts. We have to go for scout, and we have to inform our people how to connect our bank. Then our marketing department responsibilities that is.
Tell me how to market the BOC bank. Tell me its kind of strength. What you going to do after get the job position? How to market the BOC bank?
As a BOC employee, I market my company. Is our Sri Lankan main bank in Sri Lanka. Then I inform everyone to save your money in our bank. Is you can
Do you
take
think
your money other banks.
Okay. Do you think the people they believe you? No, right? How do you believe them? How to get the believable the feelings from the people? Explain me that.
I can handle them. That's come to that time.
I know you can handle that. But I mean, how to handle them?
Actually, I want things.
Okay, Mr. Malan, we will inform you next. Okay, then if you have to give a job, so we will inform you. Okay, so give it as your CV. And okay, then nice to meet you, Mr. Malan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, that was disappointing.
What about the tell me about the new person? How is he?
What do you mean, how is he, Mr. Chandra? not see the lack of confidence over him? Why did our previous marketing executive leave? He couldn't take the pressure. You think that guy was able to take it? Absolutely not.
I also think so.
Indeed. Well, unfortunately for both of you, there's one down and only one to go. Maybe the next candidate might be a miracle. Shall we call him in?
Say so.
Yeah, so talking. Let's see the next candidate.
Just see the next candidate.
Very well. Mr. Abdullah, please come in.
Good morning.
Very good morning.
How are you?
Fine.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you as well.
Well, Abdullah, what about you, sir?
Well, you have my CV. I guess you would have gone through it.
Yeah, then you can tell Rita, what about yourself, Rita?
Myself?
Yes.
Yeah, as I mentioned in the CV, nothing much extra than that.
What about your extracurricular activities or skills?
Skills?
Yes.
You mean what type of skills?
Yeah, no, common skills or professional skills.
Yeah, yes, I have mentioned in my CVs that I have got working experience, I have got professional degrees. As I mentioned, that nothing more extra than that. I guess.
Then fine, what about your professional strength?
My professional strength. Well, the organization I work hardly to uplift the organization. But I have a certain goal. If I enter to the certain job role, I have a goal to reach my organization up to the certain extent, to a certain level. This type of target achieved in a particular date you mean, all right? Well, I will be more profitable and a valuable asset for a company. There are much pluses by making me as your marketing executive as in your role.
Okay. In your CV, you have 3 years of experience in somewhere, right?
Alright.
Then why did you leave that position?
Well, I was not comfortable with that organization. They were much more stressful there, and then the employee was not eco-friendly with me. I mean that they were not friendly with me. They were harshing me, and so much depression in that company. But the main reason was I was asking for salary increments in 6 to 8 months, and then that progress was due to some bank losses, due to some losses in the company that was rejected. Well, I thought it's the right time to leave the organization, and I left it.
Abdullah,
Yeah.
why you wear this kind of tie?
Well, pink is my favorite color, and then you can't judge a book by its cover.
Okay.
So what do you think
last
about
time.
this tie?
Nothing much. Tell me about last job.
Well, it's a good job. I was working as a sales executive.
Where?
Well, it's not nice to mention the organization.
No, actually, we need to mention the organization because we need to get some kind of adjustment from.
Well,
Because
I have worked.
now we are, but okay, if you don't like to take organization, tell me, is a banking field or another field?
I was working before entering to this organization. I was working in a banking field, and then I joined to this field
As what?
as a sales executive.
As a sales executive.
Yeah,
So if I go to government section,
it's a private.
private section. Do you think you are suitable for the BOC department?
Yeah, obviously you can.
Why you say that?
Because I have some more financial experience in the previous the organization, and I have a professional degree specialized on finance sector, and then I would be suitable for this job, and I can do it, and I am confident to take this job happily and make my organization more profitable and valuable.
What is your weakness?
Weakness, I'm short-tempered. And then I'll get when my employees demotivate, I get more stress. And then with that weakness, I can make it as a plus. That stress make me more work oriented. Of strength, that weakness I can turn into as a strength, right?
Okay. Do you think the banking field is easy to work?
No way.
It's really stressful. You have to face a lot of stressful
Maybe.
situation.
Maybe
Now you
it's
are
a stress.
saying your weakness is stress.
Yeah.
Do you think in the banking field you can manage that?
Maybe.
In the BOC?
Maybe I'm more interested in the field of finance. Well, I have the confidence to do that job. Well, if you don't mind, there's a reference. You can call and ask them. Have more experience, and I'm workaholic.
Do you already write down the references of the CV?
Obviously, I guess you don't have gone through it. All right.
Okay. Then tell me how to the market, the BOC department, how to do your marketing roles in the BOC department.
Well,
Explain that.
BOCs are one of the professional banks in Sri Lanka, and it is one of the oldest bank in Sri Lanka. It's lasting more than 72, 73 years among Sri Lankan culture. And then most, I guess, BOC have some unique features than other banks which are having in Sri Lanka. They have low interest rate than other bank with the banking level.
I'm not asking about the history of the bank.
Sorry, I was there to market by the history of the BOC.
No, actually, I'm not asking about the history.
Alright.
I need how to market the BOC department. How you feel, how to make the people's feel to interest their money in the BOC department, BOC bank. They explain that.
Basically, we don't need a marketing expense for the BOC because it is one of the premium and popular bank among Sri Lankan culture.
Do you think it is trust the people?
Of course,
if it is
obviously.
old one?
Obviously, it is more trustable and it has cost more billions and trillions of accounts and more
But
assets.
as executive, basically your job role is not.
Sorry.
It's already it's a bank.
Yeah.
You know, the bank already it's old and those things everyone know.
Yeah.
We need a special, unique skills from the person. That's why we expect a skillable person
All right.
for the marketing department. Tell me what your strengths. How to do you market in the BOC department, BOC bank?
Well, I will be marketing as some new schemes. I mean, what are the old skills and remodule the new, rename it and make it flourishing.
You can't
You
rename the BOC.
No, I mean, I didn't say to rename the BOC bank. The schemes, what are the plans they have? You mean they have e-banking systems? You know it as you know it, and then from that procedure we make implement some new new plans and new systems, new features, extra features, and then make people's work easier and more efficient through rather than coming to the bank day by day. They can do one flip by the phone.
Do you think you can do that?
Yeah, sure.
You have confidence?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Abdullah. Nice to. So, what do you think about that person, sir?
Well, Mr. Chowka, I must say, I haven't been impressed in quite a while. He has a lot of confidence, I'll give him that. He even reminded me a bit of myself back when I started out. And I think that's what we need right now. He even has the skills, as we saw in his CV. I think I like him. But of course, I want to hear your opinions. What do you think, Mr. Chowka?
Actually, I think he had unique skills, and as well as he had good appearance, attitude, and all those things, and as well as he had a degree also. So I think he's a knowledgeable person, and work experience also in the bank field. So I think he's the right person for here, according to the other workers, employees.
And you, Ms. Ajita?
Yeah, I'm also okay with Abdullah. He's a perfect fit for our marketing executive positions.
Right. Sometimes some of his solutions might have been a bit cliche, but right now I think the most important thing we need is a bit more confidence in our marketing department, and he fulfills that role. Well done, Mr. Charles and Ms. Sajda. Thank Lady Love for being on your side today, because the miracle did happen. Shall we conclude this meeting?
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Thank you very much, sir, for participating for this meeting.
Thank you. Sajda, have a wonderful day. I'll see you all very soon. Thank you. Right. That basically concludes the interview process. As we all saw, the marketing manager as well as the HR manager asked tough questions from the candidate, while the CEO observed, as even he believes that marketing was an important factor in his company. Of course, he was looking for the confidence factor, which he believed might be because of a bit of his ego, that was missing from the company and was actually slowing them down from being the best in the world. And with that, they chosen the candidate to be Abdullah. He'll start his work maybe next week. And that basically concludes our role play for today. Thank you all for being a very patient audience. We hope you had a wonderful time. Take care.